Let's jump back up to Cleveland for a second and talk about those Browns because I didn't want to gloss over the number 5 seed in the AFC playoff race. It's just that we wanted to feature them in our weekly coaching spotlight. Every week we talk about a decision, a performance, a moment that highlighted coaching in the NFL. Today's coaching spotlight is brought to you by Verizon. It's the official private wireless network of the NFL's coach to coach communications. And it's time to have a conversation about Browns head coach Kevin Stefanski. Let's lead this segment off with our weekly Fox fact, because this is a doozy of a stat, and it completely, perfectly illustrates the job that Kevin Stefanski is doing as the Browns head coach this year. All right, Fox fact, good stat. Here you go. The Cleveland Browns are just the 13th NFL team since 1950 to start 4 different quarterbacks in a season. For them, that 4 would be Deshaun Watson, rookie Dorian Thompson-Robinson, PJ Walker, and now most recently Joe Flacco. Kevin Stefanski has coached all 4 of those guys to a win this season. Most recently, Joe Flacco leading them to a 31-27 win against Jacksonville. They are firmly atop the wild card standings, even trailing their division. They are projected by the New York Times at an 87% chance to make the postseason. And that is despite a litany of injuries. All of these guys have dealt with something at one point or another, and really uneven performances. Sure, a healthy amount of that is their defense, and the Browns were relentless pressuring Trevor Lawrence on that gimpy ankle that he injured a week ago. But to coax this kind of production out of this quarterback room, it bears mentioning of the job that Kevin Stefanski does on offense and potentially his place in the conversation about NFL Coach of the Year. Impressive as it might be to help PJ Walker and DTR get wins, and that is impressive. I lean toward this story with Joe Flacco, just knowing that he was sitting on his couch as recently as 3 weeks ago. 38-year-old hadn't played since January of last year, or well, January of this year, but you get it, 11 months ago, as a member of the New York Jets. And on Sunday, he doesn't just win, he becomes the first Browns quarterback this season to throw for 300 yards, 8 different receivers, 311 yards on the day, 3 touchdowns, 2 of them to David Njoku. And look, I get it. Joe Flacco's played a lot of NFL football. He's won a lot of games. He's won a championship. He's a very accomplished quarterback. But it's not just the longtime quarterback playing well in Stefanski's offense. It's also the things the Browns coaching staff is doing to help really all of these guys. Most recently with Flacco, these last 2 games for Cleveland, the Browns have scored a touchdown on their opening drive. Just an absolutely beautiful opening script by Stefanski and his coaches. 75-yard touchdown drives 2 weeks in a row. And in both instances, the touchdown pass from Flacco is wide the hell open, just scheming easy plays for a guy who just got there, 2-3 weeks ago? He's capable of making the plays, but the Browns are putting these quarterbacks in position to get it done. It's Flacco now beating the Jaguars. But remember, it was PJ Walker that beat the mighty San Francisco 49ers. It is incredibly impressive. I feel like I've said this before, but when you are dealt injury luck at quarterback the way the Browns have been, it's typically the end of your season. The Browns have had to deal with 4 different guys stepping into their lineup, and they are thriving, looking like a damn near lock to make the playoffs. Just want to make sure we shout out the juggling act that Kevin Stefanski is doing in Cleveland. And with that defense on the other side of things, all you need is good enough to have a shot. And it certainly looks like the Browns have one right now, thanks to some quality coaching.